What's up guys, it's Lori from Deface Games and I'm here to bring you the best Android games to play in July of 2019. Most of these games are already released, so you can play them right away. You can find the links in the description below. These games are not ranked in any particular order, but the first ones are the best ones. Another Eden, an award-winning free-to-play Japanese-style RPG game featuring an original story where you'll really love to grow with the characters. The game graphics are really lovely, complementing its many different worlds, like future towns, old villages, and more. The gameplay feels like a 2D platformer at first, but you can go up and down in there. Make teams from lots of good-looking anime characters to get things done. The game almost never pressures you to buy premium currency, and since there's no multiplayer, there isn't any rush to get things done. It's a genuinely free-to-play game with no ads. So if you like RPG games, you really need to play this one. Human: Fall Flat. This is a paid port for mobile devices of a really popular mainstream console game. It's a really funny physics puzzle platformer with single and multiplayer options. You can walk, jump, grab, or climb anything in the 3D world, but they're a little hard to master. The main objective is to solve the puzzles. You can also customize your characters with items and costumes. You can play it solo to figure out everything by yourself, but it's really enjoyable when you play it with other people. The controls are hard to get used to, but they can really be improved if developers make customized controls in future updates. Bring You Home. You are a cute alien hero chasing around to rescue his kidnapped alien pet. It's an interesting new kind of puzzle game where you can rearrange the world, controlling the environment around you to get through it. There are many ways to solve a level, but if you fail and die, you can just go back in time and rewind the level. It has fantastic, subtle artwork, soothing music, and the puzzles are fairly good to kill some time. Bring You Home is a paid game, but we highly recommend it. Dota Underlords. This is another port of a PC version of a massively popular Dota 2 mod called Dota Auto Chess, which became Auto Chess later for mobile devices, but this one is the real deal. Dota Underlords is a strategy game. It's smooth and functional, and lets you play cross-platform. The learning curve can feel boring for a mobile game, because there are hundreds of items to remember if you want to master it. But if you're an old Dota fan, it'll be pretty easy for you. It plays exactly like it does on PC. The controls are okay. The graphics are also just like the PC version, but that's the problem. It just doesn't feel optimized for low-end mobile devices. Grimvalor, a hack-and-slash action platformer game where you slash your way through the hordes of monsters in story-driven dungeons. The game is really optimized. The movement and animation feels natural, and combat is intense, and the controls are really responsive. The graphics are grim and ambient, giving it a very Dark Souls type of feel, very atmospheric. Features easy but skill-based combat. You have to dodge a lot and slay the enemies at the right moment, and you can play it totally offline. Overall, it's a very high-quality action game that you should definitely check out. Wonderblade, a paid action game with lots of carnage. You just pick your weapon, save the world, and get the princess. If you love flashy combat, devastating magic abilities in a smooth cartoon-style world, then this is for you. There's a ton of variety in a world with many levels in each of them. You can clear the whole game in just a few days. The bosses are fun to beat, and it's got some funny mounts. You can ride a pig, a robot, or a dragon. Also, collect fancy outfits on the way. There are so many unique bonus levels keeping you glued to the game. It's a content-packed adventure with lots of replayability, and it's really addictive in nature. Professor Layton, Diabolical Box. It's a movie-like, paid adventure game featuring the second episode of the Layton series. The story is about Professor Layton and the tales of a box that brings death upon anyone who opens it. You travel alongside Professor Layton, who's kind of a detective. The game has hundreds of brain-teasing puzzles and even trick questions. The characters are engaging and the storyline is really enjoyable. It gives the game a movie-like feel and yes, lots of puzzles. Overall, whether you're a Layton fan or have never played a game in this franchise before, we think you'll be satisfied with this game. Harry Potter Wizards Unite, a highly anticipated, long-awaited game from the makers of Pokemon Go. It's the same setup as Pokemon Go, but in the Fantastic Beasts movie theme. You are a wizard who needs to deal with magical beasts to keep it secret from the Muggle world. There are fortresses where you can fight other players. Frankly, we're not very impressed due to many things like the fact that you need spell energy to complete tasks obtainable from inns, which are very rare if you live in remote areas. Otherwise, you need real money to get it. The game uses lots of resources which drains your phone battery super fast. But for someone who never played an AR game before, it can be a really fun and new experience. Attack on Titan: Assault, a 3D turn-based RPG that's based on the anime series Attack on Titan. The anime is a masterpiece, and if you liked it, you should definitely play this game. In-game, you can choose your favorite character from the anime. You can parkour through the world using ODM gear, time your strikes to get perfect combos. It can be played alone or co-op with your friends. Basically, you play through missions to slay titans and unlock more. The gameplay is smooth, other than occasional lags. There's microtransactions, pop-ups show up frequently, and the game is limited by stamina. It's not available on Play Store in many countries yet, but it can be downloaded from other sources. Last but definitely not least, Rome: Total War: Barbarian Invasion. Another port of an old-time popular game, Rome: Total War. You could choose from 18 factions to engage in turn-based strategy and real-time battles, invading the Roman Empire. All of the 18 factions are playable, including some not available even on the original PC version. You can capture or destroy settlements across the map, mine the resources to gather force for your battles. The graphics are okay, but the battlefield turns really messy with thousands of soldiers fighting at the same time, which is pretty cool to see. There are no microtransactions yet, but on the downside, the touchscreen controls have some drawbacks. That's it for this time, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to see future videos like this one. See ya!